Alright, so, are we ready to go? Thank you. So I'm going to show you how each separate thing affects the graph, and then we'll put it all together, okay? So the first thing, alright, so, I'm going to show you on these graphs, just like on your homework, it only graphs one cycle. That does not mean there's only one cycle. The thing goes on and on and on forever and ever, but in your homework and for the sake of making this easier, I'm going to only show you one cycle. So, again, this goes to 2 pi, pi over 2, and 3 pi over 2 are my points. I start at 0, 0, go up to 2 now, back down to 0, down to negative 2, and back up to 0. So, this graph is only being changed in one way. What is the way that this is changed? Before, it was only going up to what?
1.
1. Now it's going up to 2, okay? That's the amplitude. It changes how tall the graph is. So now the amplitude is 2. What kind of graph is this? Is this sine or cosine? It's sine. Why is it sine? Here's the two graphs. Where does sine start?
At 0, 0.
At 0, 0, and cosine starts where?
Anywhere.
At the top.
At the
Okay?
top, and sine starts.
This started at 0, 0, so we know this is a sine graph.
Yeah.
So we say y equals sine of x, nothing else changed. I told you guys nothing else changed except for one thing, the a. The a value was 2, so we put the a value where it goes in front. And I'm going to write up here, so you guys remember. There's a plus k in front. So all we did address right now was the a. The a was 2, so we put it where it was supposed to go. Nothing else was changed. And it was sine because it started at 0. Questions on this? Okay. So now, here's another graph. Okay, I'm only graphing one cycle. First of all, what is this, sine or cosine?
Cosine.
It's cosine, good, because it starts up at the top. So we're going to say y equals something cosine. Now, is the length of this the same? Is it still from 0 to 2 pi?
Yep.
Yes. Has it been moved left or right at all?
Nope.
No. Okay, so we know that this part in the parentheses, which represents the horizontal stuff, I don't need a B and I don't need an H. It's just plain old X, because nothing happened horizontally. Things happen vertically, though. What is the amplitude? How tall is it from the middle to the top?
2.
From the middle, here's the middle now, to the top. It's only 1, right?
Yeah.
So my A is 1, so I don't need to do anything for that. What happened, though? Did this thing move? Before, it started at 1, and it went all the way to negative 1. Now, it's starting up at 2. So what happened to this graph?
Flip flop.
Did it flip?
Yeah, that.
So, is it flipped from going like this?
Yeah.
It's not flipped because then it would be going up instead of going down. what happened? It did something up and down. It started here. Now where does it start? 2. So if it started at 1 and then it started at 2, what happened? The whole graph, what happened to the whole graph?
Went up 1.
It went up 1. See, look. This is the graph. This is the original. This thing got pushed up 1. So it moved up 1.
Oh.
So what happens to that is, that means our k value is 1. So here where it says k plus, it's going to be 1 plus. This a was still 1, so we can leave it as just cosine. So we say 1 plus cosine, because it's moved up 1. These are the vertical aspects of the changes of the graph.